All right, welcome back to another exciting episode of Minetest gameplay of sorts. Yeah. And it's done. We're going to take a walk around of the newly created Beachside house. Let's go. And if you like what you see here, please consider liking and subscribing. It is greatly appreciated. And YouTube insists on it. All right. This is a blank room. This is the last room in the house to be finished. And it's an office. So we are going to put a desk here, a chair, some bookshelves, maybe a picture. Yep. And then we're going to take a look at the rest of the house. One of the things is I don't like to build... I don't build necessarily on do build videos. And one of the reasons why is because I am a very slow builder. I use this as a kind of like relaxation. So you'll see some builders, like some of my favorite builders, they will knock out a house within 15-20 minutes. And yeah, I can't do that. So what we are going to do here is we're going to put a desk in. I don't like that one. And these basically help, these helper blocks, when you deal with these pieces. Cool. I like that. What do we got here? 1, 2, 1, 2. Do I want to go one more? It looks like it should. So we will do one more. Because this is the whole premise of this house is that this is like the vacation spot or the weekend home off of the vineyard house. Why? I don't know. That looks better. So this is where said person would do all their YouTube videos. Yeah. So now what we're going to do is put a computer. And we're going to use this widescreen puppy. I really, really like this this computer pack because it's so big and it violates the node box. So there you have it. Put a laptop over here because you know what? Why not? And then we'll put a printer. Got to have a printer. How do I want to put the printer? The printer in the corner. I don't like that there. Kind of like having things. There we go. And I could actually put another plant in right there because I'm going to put some bookshelves in. And not, maybe a lamp there. And I like using these cut-ups. These cutout areas from the table saw. Because on my other desks, which I'll show, you couldn't use this block right here. So right here, we are going to put a cool lamp. And all of this, except I don't like that. All of this is, come on, there we go. That kind of looks cool. Put a lampshade on here. Yep. Because we have that there. I'm going to have to do something with the lights. Now build our chair real quick and move on to the rest of the house. Now where'd all my supplies go? Dark gray panel, dark gray wool panel. That one. actually looks thicker. So as we finish this up, how is everybody doing? Today was a real cool day in Chicago. It was in the 40s. And I got to say, I really like when we have weather like this because I can get out, get some fresh air, do some walking, which I did already. Oh, you know, it would be real cool. Now, I have to do these in 2, but since this is like a studio, that would mean we need acoustic panels. Put some lighting in. There we go. And I do have, we're not going to use the black or the gray because I have black wool. I don't want the thin ones though. So we are going to custom create our panels. And what you would find in a studio is they would be a little bit thicker. A lot of people don't know the science behind putting panels up, acoustic panels. Basically, there's a whole formula of looking at it. So anywhere that there's going to be reflection, you're going to put one of these panels. These acoustic panels. There. Now I'm a YouTuber. And there's more scientific to that. So if you're sitting here and you're talking into a monitor and you're talking into a microphone, anywhere that you can, and there was also a method to do it with a mirror, that you sat in front of a mirror and you looked in the mirror, and anywhere you could see from that mirror's reflection would be a reflection point. And I know there's more science involved. Now you see this we can't do. So what we are going to do here on this one, and there's a that's too thick. There's a whole scientific method of doing it, and I do not claim to know all the ins and outs, but there are some really good videos on studio acoustics. And I have worked. I have been lucky enough to work recording an album with a band in a professional studio and got to see a lot of this stuff firsthand. Very cool. There we go. Now we're just going to throw in some bookshelves and this will be done and be on with our rest of the tour. Because this house, I got to say, that might be too much. Is it? You know, there we go. I think that was a little bit too much. So then we're going to cap it off because I do not like, I don't mind the wood. However, the wood is not, I don't like that kind of finish. I wish there was a way to change the finishes. So we are, that looks bad. You know what we're going to do? We're just going to leave it as is. I want to throw a flower. I just remembered the Henry Gibson on Laugh-In. If you don't know what Laugh-In is, it was a variety show back in the 70s. And there used to be a character on there named Henry Gibson was the actor, and he used to do this character, and he'd come out, and he'd be dressed like a hippie, and carrying a single flower, and he'd go, "A poem by Henry Gibson," and he'd go into this just god awful poem, and it was, and then he would bow and he'd thank you, and it was actually quite funny. Now, if I actually had one more block in this room, the bookshelves would have looked really cool. And yeah. Or if I change the color of the desk. But I'm not going to. I'm pretty satisfied with this. So there you have it. There's our studio. And it's done. Now let's go take a look at the rest of the house, because this is really, really, this is really cool. Get rid of that. We're going to start out with the, how do I want to start? Obviously, here's the deck. Here's the great view from the outside, overlooking the luxury resort. Check out that video. You come in here, you have a bathroom, because everybody needs a bathroom in their house. And it's right off the dining room and kitchen area. Then we have the first like guest bedroom. And this is what I was talking about using the desk. So I use this clear glass with this end here. Nothing in this node can be used because that's in that node. So we have a bed, squirrel, some artwork, wardrobe, and I use the facade to make a like a room border across the top of the room. And I think it really gives a lot of definition, especially on tall rooms where you have 4 to 5. This is 4.5 high because I use those half height blocks. Then you come back here and you have the guest bathroom. Very cool. Yep. Little window, everything else. Nice. Nice and homey. But this house is not made for like guests per se, sleeping over. This is kind of interesting because if you put something next to a window, you'll see how that window goes in. What I found accidentally is if you mark that, and then what we're going to do is we're going to move it on a world edit. We're going to move it one direction. Now you'll notice that the window don't attach to it. And then now we're going to do it again. We're going to move it one direction in that area. And it will stay like this. It will literally stay. I'm trying to get my acoustic foam. It is bothering me on my desk. Look at that. We don't have any window connection anymore, and we're able to use that node. How's that for a tech tip? And it will stay like that until, now if you remove the window and replace the window, or you remove this, like change the color of that pot to the green pot, you will have to do that again because the window will reconnect. But that looks so much better. And we come back here, we have this cool shower type whirlpool bath. Got some custom windows. Very nice. I'm liking that. I tell you what. I'm not going to lie, but I like that. It needs, I think it needs like it needs something. So if I go in here and what do I got? Marble bricks. We need white baked clay. There we go. Let's go into our circular saw. Take that out. Put the white baked clay in. I'm thinking this one. It just needs a little, it needs a lip. Let's see how that looks. I like it. It just gives it that little bit of detail. Cool. We did it. And we have towels, toilet. This is the dressing room with a wardrobe, some real cool place to hang all your clothes, little window, curtain rods, or not curtain rods. Those are Those are the rods that I use for everything and anything, and you can use your screwdriver to make them horizontal, and they give the impression of a clothing rod. Put your shoes here, you got a little seat here. Really cool. So now let's go look at the cool. Not that this wasn't cool. Got a cool king size bed, some artwork. Now we come over to, we start getting into the interesting, well, not interesting area, but you know what I mean. So what I was able to do is I was able to take a block, this Italian marble from the Art Deco mod, you cannot cut in a circular saw. So I took the graphic and I took another graphic. I believe I used marble bricks, Technic marble bricks, and I re-graphicized it because I needed a lip. I needed that lip off the counter to give it that definition. And now I can cut marble, Italian marble on my chainsaw or table saw. Yeah. So coming over here, we got this cool little kind of overhang with lights. We have our full kitchen. Very nice. Backyard area. A smaller table. This is washer and dryer facility. Little utility room. Some artwork. Real cool table. Look at that backyard area. Very nice. I really do like that. I kept the theme. I extended these bricks and did the little pattern here just as natural. And I really like how that turned out. And this will go all the way down to the forest area, the water area, where we're going to put in a dock. And I kind of use the Italian marble overlay inlay and then this other Art Deco just to give it a border. And overall, I think that gives the dining room and kitchen a real cool, like modern look. And you can put more lights in, but this lights it up perfectly at night. And then we have the skylights with the sun diffusers. We have our extended garden areas. Very nice. I really do like that. I want something like that in real life. It's a waste of space, sort of, but it's not. Now look straight ahead. I got to tell you, I'm patting myself on the back for this. I really like this. I went back to the factory and took all my materials to make the spheres in the CNC machine. And so if you go in here and it's under Technic, it's CNC, it's that CNC machine, which you have to power. It's low voltage, but it's real simple to put low voltage on it. And I just found every material I could to make spheres and pyramids and artwork. So we're going to look at this artwork. I call this art display bocce balls. Thank you. So we have a wooden one, a granite, sandstone, marble, stainless steel, stone, and cobblestone. Looks cool. And then the pyramids are out of stainless steel, and they're all three of them. If you've ever been to Egypt, I have. Those are the three pyramids on the Giza Plateau. And yeah, and they're all in line. If you look this up, all three pyramids in real life are in line with the Orion's belt. So there, you learn something. A lonely wooden bocce ball that got away. Yeah, poor ball. Just something cool. Yeah. Little table. I called this art piece man and woman. I'm gonna do like some of the other YouTubers. Thumbs up if you can actually see it. No. Yeah, you can. This is the woman, and the legs are going this way, and this is the man sitting, legs going that way. You see it? Cool. That's my interpretation of it. That's my story. I'm sticking with it. Because in the last episode, I was kind of just putting some real cool pieces there. And then I looked at it again. I went, you know, that does look like a futuristic artist rendition of a man and woman sitting somewhere. We got some cool lamps. And I used that technique of how I ended up figuring this out is I shortened this room by 1 using World Edit, and that pushed everything. So I had to move all these lamps. So they kept connecting with the... Oh, you see that one did it. I'm not going to worry about it. That one did it. I don't know why it did it. You know what? It really doesn't matter. Because that one just kind of, so what we're going to do is real quickly, let's see if this works. I don't know what happened. We're going to move the region 1 and then we're going to move it back 1 and see how badly I screwed it up. And if I did, that's fine. But it's been holding ever since on the other ones. Nope, it still did it. That's because, you know what I didn't do? I didn't clear the window. So these are kind of cool. I just like artsy style lamps. Don't mind the window. And then we have a nice fireplace. Goes all the way to the top. We have this little room back here. And all this room is just to seat. A bunch of people can come look at the art. Overlook the gallery. Have these beautiful views of the forest. And the bees aren't here, but the bees will show up. They will show up. Yeah. I'm proud of this. I'm sorry. I am proud of this. This is called All the Planets in the Solar System Have Come Together for a Picnic. Come on, you got to give that to me. Thumbs up and a like if you if you like. You know what the good thing about the new partner program going away is I don't have to worry about getting demonetized anymore. There. No, I like this. I think this is just really, really cool. It's a cool effect using the castle chains, the mount and the chain, and then the bocce balls. And I think it makes it real cool. I might have overdone it a little bit, but I like that. I really, really like that. That is really cool. So, yeah. And you could do this effect with just about anything. I mean, if you want to, I don't know. Let's say, got to get rid of some stuff here. Take this, and we already have that. Let's say you want to, you know what I wonder what would work? Is if you took this, you put that there. Now, it won't work unless we're going to put that. That won't work. That kind of, and you see how that did that. I'm wondering, and then you take your chain part and you'd go right there. And then now it creates a little hanging lantern. And I've used that before, but what I would like to do is, let's go down a little bit, up a little bit. There we go. Get rid of that. Now on top of here, we're going to put a flower pot. Nah, didn't work because it's so far out. But that's all you need to do. So there. You know what else is cool? You can take, let's see if anybody knows what this is. You can take, they usually, how they did this was, let's see, what do I want? I need I know what I need. I need the stainless steel ball. There we go. So let's see how many people know what this is. So we're going to add some chains and a ball, and we need to add okay. How many people saw one of these in their lifetime? I'll tell you what it is. There's these little kind of, they're meant to be on a desk. They're like tension breakers. So what you would do is you take one of the balls and you'd pull it back and it would swing. And these balls would not move. This ball would go kerklunk and the end one would move. And it would just keep doing that. And you could take two balls and do it. And then the other two balls, you could take one ball on each end and clank them together. And it was kind of like a desk, one of those executive desk toys, but that's what this was. So you took this ball and swung it, or you just picked it up and let it go gently. And these three balls would not move, but the end ball would move, and it would just sit there and click, 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 click. And there's even been iPhone apps that do that. You can simulate that. But yeah, so the whole purpose of this house was to just do something completely crazy, because, you know, to go wild with the looks of it, because the house looks good, but let's face it, this is just a generic house. It's a very nice looking house. It's got a lot of detail in it. You know, it's got this little back area. Yeah, we're not going to do the pier right now because I've been waffling on. It's got all the chimneys in place. It's got these cool window looks. Got a nice deck area. I'm going to put some chairs out on the deck. But this house, the focus on it, like the stone house was the landscaping and the orchard was the Italian style and Spanish style villa. This house was just something to go completely unique with. So it's got an art display, which looks really, really cool. And yeah, it's a very inviting house that you could see somebody wanting to use as a summer home. Real cool backyard area. And I'm going to put a pier in here. Hey, Mr. Turtle. There was a shark here earlier. There he is. Hi, Sharky. He's just kicking back, resting. Because in Minetest, the water animals come out of the water and they can breathe on land. Yeah. So there you have it. There's the completed new beachside house in its glory. Squirrel. And yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. I'm going to start working on some mods, and I'm still in the process of. I found a framework. Now you see that held. I found a framework that will allow you to add bricks, but you need this mod always loaded, but you could have variations in bricks and stuff like that. It makes it a real easy way of doing it. So I'm looking at that and I'm trying to create a mod that will allow me to add different variations of bricks and materials, you know, for modern building and stuff like that. So I can have two variations of stone. I can have the regular 32-bit, and that's a working chimney, by the way. I can have a 32-bit or 32 pixel block, and then I can have a 128 pixel block to give different effects and stuff like that. So I'm looking into that and I'm working on that. But other than that, that's going to do it. There's the luxury resort across the way. Very nice. And that completes it. So I want to thank you for joining me, and look forward to the next episode. This is I'm not going to use this as a screenshot. Ow. trip over the rock. I'm gonna use these this artwork inside here as a screenshot. I think that will look very nice. So let's there you go. There's a screenshot. So thank you for joining me. Leave comments below. Also, I keep forgetting to plug this. If you have a special build and you're very proud of something that you've built, take a screenshot of it, go over to my website, upload a picture of it, and I will feature you in a video like I have done before. Go that route. Anything that looks cool. Yeah. Be internet famous. All right. So thank you for joining me. Everybody have a warm, safe, dry week. And until next episode, goodbye.